Hi guys, Four Season Bros. In today's video we'll be changing the oil and filter on a Rotax 1200 Fortec. In this situation it's the Rev XR platform. So let's get started. So step one, you're going to want to warm up the machine for at least a minute until the rads get hot. Let's start it up. So now that the oil is warmed up, you're going to need a T30 and a T40 Torx, and we're going to drain it right away. So now under the snowmobile, in the middle of it, there'll be two Torx T30s. You have to loosen them. Okay. Once that's done, you're going to take only one off. There you go. There's one, and the plate should move. There you go. You open it up. Now you can access the T40 inside. You want to take it off as quick as possible because there's going to be a lot of oil coming out. 3.5 liters of oil. So I brought my right angle drill. Okay, now that it's cracked, I'll grab my right angle drill. And if it falls in the oil jar, it's no big deal. There you go. It's gonna start seeping through every little hole in the bottom pan. So guys, while the oil is dripping out, you can take your three panels off on the XR chassis. So you got this side to take off, just to facilitate your work on the machine. So once you get that off, one panel, now you have the front panel to take off, slides right out, and then you have your left hand side panel as well. So now that you got this side open, you can take your belt cover off because you're going to need to fill it up through the oil cap and your dipstick. Perfect. Alright, so now you have 4 springs to take off to remove your exhaust can. There's one. There's two. And it's easier with a spring puller. I made myself one at home. There's two, and then there's one on the back side, bottom here. There you go. Now this should come right off. It's a bit hot, but not to break anything. There you go. Here's your 10-pound can. So now that I have my oil change kit, you have your filter cartridge, it's called. You have 3 bolts to take off from to install the cartridge and remove the old ones. So it's a T30 Torx, and okay, pretty loose. Once you remove that, there might be a little bit of oil coming out. That's no big deal. Just wipe it off if you have brake clean or just a rag. Fairly long bolts. Make sure not to lose them. and there's gonna be an O-ring, if I believe. Oh, bit more oil leaking out. Okay, we have the 3 bolts there. See your oil cartridge. I'm gonna need oil pan, the white one. There you go. Just throw it in here. Just like that for now. So once you remove the old oil cartridge, you don't want to wipe down the excess oil inside. And then you have your O-ring. You're gonna need to take it off. I have a pick here, which is gonna work perfect. There you go. And once you install the new one, make sure to lubricate it properly. So I just need a little bit of oil on it. Just like that. Then you can reinstall it back on. Just like that. So once that's on, you put the new oil cartridge back in. Just like that. Should just fit in there. There you go, like that. The part with the rubber on it is going to want to face downwards. That's going to go in there. Just like that. And if it's snug in there. Now you just have to put your 3 bolts back in. Torque them appropriately. You have a torque spec in your book if you want to go find the torque spec, or you can torque it by hand, but do not over tighten. It's in aluminum. There you go. That's it. So now that's tightened up. You can reinstall your drain plug, and on the way you go. So now that you have your drain plug, you're going to want to remove this O-ring with your pick or a screwdriver, whatever you guys have. This is my preferred method. And then you have your metal ring. Reinstall your little O-ring as well. So now you can reinstall your drain plug in. Put a bit of oil on it as well, on your O-ring. Just like that. That's it. Take your T40, torque it back on. Alright, so now you can grab your drain plug, screw it back in there. Make sure to put it on straight on the threads. Okay. Screw it in as far as you can with your hands, and then use your wrench. Okay, now you're gonna have to snug it up. Make sure not to over tighten. That's it. Wipe all the excess oil that you can, because you don't want it to go in the engine cavities and spray everywhere on the engine and whatnot, because it's gonna be dirty if ever you have to work on your machines. So I'm gonna go from the front and wipe as much as I can as well, or from anywhere you can get. There might be some in this here though.
So now that you've flipped your cover back, you can put your bolt cover back on and you tighten that up after you've torqued your bottom drain plug. And you tighten these up by hand. These don't necessarily have to be torqued, but it's always a good idea to torque everything. And there you go, that's all closed up. Now we can start adding our oil.
Alright, so now you can put your 3.5 liters in. Make sure you got a nice funnel. So now that you can reinstall your exhaust back on with your spring puller, make sure to put it back in the grommet on the back. Has to sit inside of it. You put this spring back if you want first. There's one. You have to go reach for the second one. There's the second one. And the third. And your fourth. So that's it for your exhaust. So guys, once you're done putting your oil inside, you have to check your fluids, make sure the levels are good. But you have to start it up first, and then check it, and then you're ready to go on the trails. So thanks for watching guys, please like and subscribe.